Discuss and act on, approving an interlocal agreement with the City of Fate to provide engineering right-of-way acquisition, utility relocations, inspections, and construction of South Bend Payne Road as a 4-lane divided roadway between I-30 and SH 66, and all related issues. Commissioner Stacy.
All right, so this is a great day. South Bend Payne is in Trip 21. I think that this court did a really good job over the last year or so saying we are going to figure out how to build roads. That is going to be our focus. So to remind the court, we did approve this 10.319319 when we passed our resolutions for our first issuance of Trip 21. What we did is we moved a bunch of money around Precinct 4 to get there. We transferred $250,000 off FM 35. We transferred $3.9 million off 548 and $1.8 million off 551. The reason is that we were in a 10% right-of-way program with TxDOT. The TxDOT ended. So we then took those funds and moved them. We took $2.5 million from my strategic funding. We took $1.75, which was what was in Trip 21. And then we took $61,692 off of Trip 08, which was the leftover after we funded Edwards Road. So so that's how we came up with the money to get here. It was in all of our documentation for it. And so now let's get to the document itself. This document has been all kinds of fun. We've been trying to write it, Brenda, for 4 months? Roughly. Okay, we'll give it 90 days. Let's be fair to everybody. And so finally, last week, Lauren and I worked diligently to get to the draft that ended up on your desks this morning. This draft was written yesterday. That's when we were doing our emails back and forth. And so we were able to take in all of the issues with the City of Fate, with my contract lawyer, Lauren Lichty, with Daniel Ray, and with ITS as we started making this document move forward. I believe we have a great document, so I'm just going to kind of explain the mechanism to the court of how this document reads. We would basically give Fate $10.3 million for them to put into an escrow account. I have an email from John Polster of why that's advantageous for the county to do it that way. It gets us off of arbitrage, get some of that money spent, but it's reimbursed 60/40. So they do have to clear all the invoices through us, and it's reimbursed until we spend our $10.3 million. So we do have caveats in here that they don't just get to take our 10.3 and go spend it. The goal is to build South Bend Payne Road. If for some reason the city abandons the project and they say we can't build South Bend Payne, there are covenants that we can grab what money hasn't been spent back into the county. So it isn't their money. There's only the city's money to build South Bend Payne Road, which is a huge road. I want to remind the Commissioners Court that there's about to be an overpass built. And building this road, it will be able to take us from 276 to 552 in the future as a 4-lane divided road. It's a huge step in the thoroughfare plan to be able to move people north and south. I know most of our issues are trying to move east and west, but we've got to move people all over the county. And so this is absolutely huge. A huge block of the population lives in Wood Creek. This would give Wood Creek basically a 4-lane divided highway out of the neighborhood into Interstate 30 that doesn't involve 551 or State Highway 66. So this is huge for Fate. It's huge for the county. It's in Trip 21. It is funded. And we finally have a document that I think works best for the city and the county. And that's my summary. And the city manager and mayor of Fate are here. That's how important of a road this is.
Wonderful. Mayor Greenberg, would you like to say anything, or you just here for the check?
That was great.
I like it. Yeah, well, thank you. Thank
we
you
should have had a big one made.
for working with us, because it is, as you know, just saying you're going to do it, and then when you start to do it, you run into all kinds of issues. So thank you. Thank you for being good partners. We appreciate that. With that being said, I'll entertain a motion if somebody's so inclined.
I will make a motion that we approve the interlocal agreement as presented to us today with the City of Fate to provide engineering, right-of-way acquisition, utility relocations, inspections, and construction of South Bend Payne Road as a 4-lane divided roadway between Interstate 30 and State Highway 66.
Motion by Commissioner Stacy.
I will second that motion.
Second by Commissioner Lichty. Any further questions or comments? If you'll register your votes now, please. That passes 5-0. Thank you, commissioners, for your hard work on that.